How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some creepy footage that is sure to give you the chills. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more scary content just like this.
When two brave ghost hunters decided to explore an abandoned church late one night, they probably didn't expect to come away with such creepy footage. The old chapel is buried deep in the woods, so few people ever visit it. Many are probably kept away by the church's reputation for being haunted. The ghost hunters head into the church hoping to make their way into the chapel's bell tower. They move through the ruins of the old chapel, talking nervously about the building's terrifying ambience. In the dark and gloom, the dusty remains of the former place of worship certainly looks like the setting for a ghost story. The ghost hunters note that inside the main room of the chapel, it's inexplicably cold.
It's like freezing in here, like a cold spot or something.
Cold spots are a common indication of a haunting, but the hunters don't seem overly disturbed. They note the old unused piano before continuing to search for a way into the tower. However, their exploration is cut short when the sounds of the piano begin permeating the air.
Oh no. Oh my god, turn it off. Listen.
They peek out the door and spot a dark, mysterious form hunched over the piano. The brave explorers are terrified and quickly run for the door, leaving the ghostly musician behind.
Oh my god,
Hey peeps, just a quick interlude to let you know today's episode's powered by Raid Shadow Legends on mobile.
Raid Shadow Legends is a brand new collection RPG game that is taking the mobile gaming landscape by storm. More than 10 million players worldwide have already downloaded the game in less than 6 months. In Raid, you have the ability to personally customize your champions, choosing their artifacts and creating a unique mastery build for each one of them. I know I've sunk some serious hours into this bad boy, and the best part, it's absolutely free. The game is growing super fast as well, and the highly anticipated new Faction Wars feature is now live. And there's an amazing rewards program for new players. Get a new daily login reward for the first 90 days in-game. Oh, and it's got a near perfect score in the App Store.
So what are you waiting for? Download the game, it's absolutely free. Use my special link in the description box below and you'll get 50,000 silver, plus a free epic champion, all part of the new player program. So download it now and check it out.
With the prevalence of CCTV these days, creepy footage from hidden cameras has been flooding the internet. Even in moments when people believe they're experiencing terrifying supernatural events alone, sometimes a hidden camera captures the moment on film. Often, the footage is the only evidence of the true culprit behind the disturbing events. The camera in this clip is focused on an ordinary door. In the footage, we see a boy come through the door and pause to carefully wipe his feet. The position of the light above him casts a shadow on the wall next to him. Nothing seems amiss at first, until the shadow suddenly begins to move on its own. In a split second, the shadow reaches out and shoves the boy, who trips forward into the room. Unable to see the shadow behind him, he returns to the door and looks around for the culprit. He is baffled and eventually gives up searching for an explanation. It's only when reviewing the footage that the truth becomes clear. Love to get your thoughts on this one. What do you think, real or fake? Let us know in the comments section below. Dolls are a common source of terror for many. There's something about their still, dead eyes that can send even the bravest person running for the door. However, the simple yet lifelike doll in this clip, posted by Lentera TV, takes the terror to a completely new level. The footage shows two people walking down the street, each holding one of the doll's hands. The doll is about the size of a child and wears ordinary clothes and white face paint. What makes the doll so frightening? The fact that it moves on its own for one. As the two people walk down the street, the doll walks with them, using a stiff, stumbling gait. While some argue that it isn't actually a doll but a small person in costume, the footage makes this possibility difficult to believe. Close-ups of the doll's face and body clearly show that it's made from wood. And in other clips, we see the doll without its clothes, clearly showing the wooden frame of its body. Is the doll possessed? Cursed? No one seems to be able to explain this terrifying creature, but its existence is chilling nonetheless. This next clip comes from a security camera outside the Postgraduate Institute of Medical Education and Research in Chandigarh, India. At the start of the creepy footage, we see a wheelchair parked along the edge of a patio. Things get really spooky when the wheelchair suddenly begins to move forward on its own. It crosses the patio, rolls down the stairs before continuing onto the sidewalk. It eventually enters the garden and steers itself around a pillar as it heads for the hospital exit. The director of the hospital believes that the incident can be explained by a smooth floor and wind, but others are less sure. The security guard seen in the footage insists that there was no wind that night and that the patio was eerily cold. He and other members of the hospital staff believe that the footage depicts a ghost, possibly the spirit of someone who died at the hospital, attempting to make their escape. The staff are so terrified that many are reluctant to work the night shift, where they might encounter the restless spirit. Evidently, unattended wheelchairs are the favourite mode of transportation for wayward spirits. In this creepy footage uploaded to YouTube by Brandon Ogden, another wheelchair seems to have caught the attention of a ghost. Ogden works as a security guard in a hospital in Alberta, Canada. During his rounds, he notices that a wheelchair has inexplicably moved from one side of the hallway to the other. He is perplexed by this as no one else is around. As he investigates the wheelchair, it suddenly begins to move. At first, the movements are slow and tentative, but soon the wheelchair spins around to face the camera. Faced with the prospect of a ghostly wheelchair heading in his direction, the curious cameraman turns and runs the opposite way. Is this footage another terrifying example of the spirit of a recently deceased patient attempting to make their escape? Not all creepy footage can be blamed on real ghosts. Sometimes being all alone can put your nerves on edge and make an innocent encounter seem terrifying. In this clip from a camera recording the inside of a public bus, we see a driver casually cruising along the road at the end of a long night. From his point of view, the bus looks empty. Thinking he has no more passengers for the night, the driver deviates from his assigned route and starts heading back to the depot to punch out. Little does he know, the bus isn't actually empty. An elderly woman and a young man are still on the bus, sitting in seats that are blocked from the driver's view. When they notice that he's gone off the scheduled route, they stand up and head to the front of the bus to find out what's going on. Unfortunately, their sudden appearance when he believes he's alone gives the driver quite a fright. He lets out a terrified scream before realizing that he didn't in fact see a ghost. This footage comes to us courtesy of the YouTube channel Cryptic Media. The footage was shot by a homeowner who was faced with a very eerie situation. Each night, the homeowner made sure to close their pantry door before heading to bed. However, on many occasions, they found the door standing wide open in the morning. Who or what was opening the door? They decided to set up a camera to get to the bottom of the mystery. When they reviewed the footage, they weren't disappointed. As the camera focuses on the door, it suddenly swings wide open. The time is 12:34 AM. Before the door opens, the room is completely still. The camera doesn't capture anyone entering the room who could be responsible. In addition, the door swings too wide and too quickly to blame the bizarre occurrence on a faulty latch. The homeowner continues to record the door each night. On several occasions, the camera captured the door swinging open without explanation, always at exactly 12:34 AM. Could there be a ghost roaming the house? Perhaps a playful poltergeist making itself known? If so, what is the significance of the time of 12:34 AM? The video provides more questions than answers, but the homeowner may be smart to stay away from the kitchen in the early hours of the morning. Before we get to that number one spot and take a look at some chilling footage taken in a metro station in Mexico, remember to hit that subscribe button and tickle the bell icon. That way you'll be in the loop about all our latest content. There's something about the ghosts of young children that make every ghost story that features them even more terrifying. Whether it's their childlike voices or big sad eyes, there's just something about a child ghost that strikes fear into even the bravest of hearts. If this video is to be believed, the spirit of a child may have made the Zaragoza metro station in Monterrey, Mexico, his eternal resting place. Two witnesses, a metro worker and a passenger, are frightened to hear the voice of a young boy echoing through the station. The voice repeatedly calls for Papa, sounding increasingly more terrified. The two witnesses head towards the voice but are baffled when they're unable to locate the source of the chilling voice.
¿Dónde es?
Even as the cries become louder, the two witnesses are no closer to locating the boy. According to passengers who pass through regularly, the Zaragoza station has always had an eerie aura. Many state that they try to pass through the station as quickly as possible, as they always feel that something's off. Many passengers believe that the station is the home of the restless spirit of the young boy whose voice is heard in the footage. However, no one seems to know who exactly the boy was in life, or why he's chosen this station for his eternal haunt.
If you want to see more scary videos just like this one, then check out that link on the top there. Otherwise, we have a creepy playlist there you can binge on for hours. Leave us a comment down below or hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this episode. And that's it from me. I'll see you all next time.